Ever wondered what happens when a country's government clashes with a tech billionaire? Strap in, folks, because we're about to embark on an intriguing journey that delves into the recent clash between the Brazilian government and the tech magnate, Elon Musk. This isn't just a feud between the strong-willed president Jair Bolsonaro and the audacious CEO of SpaceX. Oh no, it's a narrative that encapsulates the very essence of our modern society. A society where social media platforms have become more than just spaces for sharing selfies and pet videos. They've morphed into battlegrounds where power, influence, and control are at stake. Let's take a step back and look at the events that led us to this intriguing clash. Picture it, 2023 Brazil. Mobs fueled by election disinformation storm government buildings, a chilling echo of events that unfolded in the United States just a few years prior. The seeds of distrust and violence against institutions have been sown, nourished by the unchecked spread of falsehoods on social media platforms. Fast forward a bit, and we find ourselves witnessing an interesting turn of events. Enter Elon Musk, the tech titan known for his ambitious ventures into space and electric vehicles. He proposes a $44 billion buyout of Twitter, a move that the controversial Brazilian president, Jair Bolsonaro, hails as a breath of hope. But this isn't just about Musk's potential acquisition, or Bolsonaro's endorsement of it. It's about the broader implications, the ripple effects that such a move could have on the landscape of social media, on freedom of speech, and on the dissemination of information, both true and false. So here we stand, at the precipice of a new chapter in the saga of social media's role in our society. As we dive into the timeline of events, remember, this isn't just about a billionaire and a government, it's about the power of technology and its impact on society. Stay tuned as we unpack this compelling story in the upcoming scenes. To understand the gravity of this clash, we first need to understand the rise of social media. In the early 21st century, the world witnessed the birth of a new phenomenon: social media. It started as a way to connect with friends, share photos, and express opinions. But it rapidly evolved into something far more impactful, transforming not just how we communicate, but how we live, work, and even how we govern ourselves. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and others quickly grew, attracting billions of users worldwide. This wasn't just a technological revolution, it was a social and cultural one. These platforms gave voice to the voiceless, power to the powerless, and connected the world in ways we never thought possible. But as these platforms grew, so did their influence. Social media became a crucial tool for businesses, shaping consumer behavior and driving economic growth. It revolutionized marketing, with influencers and viral trends becoming the new norm. In fact, it's hard to imagine a successful business today that doesn't have a social media presence. And then there's politics. Social media has dramatically changed the political landscape, giving politicians direct access to their constituents, bypassing traditional media outlets. It's become a platform for political campaigns, policy announcements, and even diplomatic negotiations. We've seen the power of social media in elections around the world, from the Arab Spring to the recent events in Brazil. Twitter, in particular, has played a significant role in this transformation. With its real-time updates and global reach, it's become a platform of choice for many, including politicians and business leaders. It's where news breaks, debates happen, and movements start. But it's also become a battleground, a place where misinformation can spread like wildfire, causing real-world consequences. In the hands of the right, or perhaps wrong person, social media can become a weapon, a tool of influence and control. Now let's turn our attention to the tech billionaire at the heart of this controversy, Elon Musk. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, Musk moved to the United States to attend the University of Pennsylvania. From there, he launched into an impressive career in technology, starting with Zip2, a city guide software company, which was acquired for over $300 million. Musk then co-founded PayPal, which was sold to eBay for a whopping $1.5 billion in 2002. But Elon Musk didn't stop there. He dreamed bigger, venturing into space exploration with SpaceX, revolutionizing transportation with Tesla, and even challenging conventional internet service providers with Starlink. Every venture seemingly more ambitious than the last, and yet Musk has consistently proved his critics wrong, achieving success in industries that many deemed too risky or impossible to crack. And then there's social media, specifically Twitter. Musk's Twitter account is a force to be reckoned with. With over 50 million followers, his tweets have the power to make waves across the globe. Whether he's announcing new tech innovations, sharing his thoughts on various topics, or even just posting memes, Each tweet is watched, analyzed, and often reacted to by millions. His influence on the platform is undeniable. Just look at how his tweet about taking Tesla private at $420 a share stirred the stock market, or how his comments on cryptocurrency have caused dramatic fluctuations in their values. It's clear that Musk, with his tweets, can sway markets and opinions, making him a formidable force on the platform. But it's not just about the financial impact. Musk's tweets have sparked debates, influenced policy decisions, and even landed him in hot water with regulators. Yet, he continues to tweet, unfiltered and unabashed, much to the delight and sometimes the dismay of his followers. Musk, with his tweets, has the power to sway markets and opinions, making him a formidable force on the platform. On the other side of the battlefield, we have the Brazilian president, Jair Bolsonaro. Born in Glicério, Brazil, in 1955, Bolsonaro is a retired military officer who launched his political career in the late 80s. He served 7 consecutive terms as a federal congressman before being elected as the president of Brazil in 2018. Bolsonaro's presidency, however, has been marked by controversy and a series of polarizing decisions. His leadership style, which is often compared to that of former US President Donald Trump, has been both applauded and criticized. His handling of environmental issues, indigenous rights, and the COVID-19 pandemic has fueled intense debates domestically and internationally. But it's not just his policies that have drawn attention. Bolsonaro's use of social media platforms, particularly Twitter, has been a significant aspect of his presidency. Much like Trump, Bolsonaro has harnessed the power of Twitter to bypass traditional media, connect directly with his supporters, and promulgate his political narrative. But his relationship with Twitter hasn't been all smooth sailing. Bolsonaro has been accused of using the platform to suppress dissent, particularly by blocking critics. Human Rights Watch, among other organizations, has raised concerns about Bolsonaro's alleged attempts to stifle free speech on Twitter. Bolsonaro's reaction to Twitter's ban on individuals like Trump has been equally telling. He has positioned himself as a defender of free speech, even praising Elon Musk's proposed buyout of Twitter as a breath of hope. Through this, Bolsonaro has demonstrated an understanding of the platform's power. He knows how to use it to his advantage, much to the dismay of his critics. Bolsonaro, like Musk, understands the power of Twitter, using it to his advantage and to the dismay of his critics. As we delve deeper into the clash between these two influential figures, this understanding of Twitter's power will prove to be a crucial factor. With these two figures on the same platform, a clash was perhaps inevitable. Enter Elon Musk, the tech billionaire with a knack for shaking things up. Eager to expand his empire, Musk proposed a $44 billion buyout of Twitter, a move that sent shockwaves through the digital world. This wasn't just a business deal, it was a potential game changer for social media as we know it. Meanwhile, in the southern hemisphere, Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro watched these developments closely. Known for his controversial tactics and staunch defense of free speech, Bolsonaro saw Musk's proposed buyout as a breath of hope. He hailed Musk as a legend of freedom, a sentiment that was both surprising and telling. But the admiration wasn't just one-sided. Bolsonaro and Musk even convened in Sao Paulo, discussing potential partnerships to enhance internet access in rural areas, with a keen focus on leveraging SpaceX and Starlink's technology. The goal? To aid in connectivity and rainforest preservation. A noble cause indeed. However, this alliance was not without its critics. Bolsonaro, who had previously been accused of trying to silence critics on Twitter, found himself at the center of a mounting backlash. Human Rights Watch accused him of trying to stifle dissent on social media, a serious charge in today's digitally connected world. This escalating tension set the stage for an imminent clash. Bolsonaro, under increasing scrutiny, began to push back. The Brazilian government threatened to regulate social media, a move that would have profound implications for free speech and digital rights. As the dust settles from this clash, we find ourselves in uncharted territory. This standoff between a tech billionaire and a world leader has blurred the lines between business, politics, and technology. It has sparked a global conversation about the role and responsibility of social media platforms. This clash between Musk and Bolsonaro raises important questions about the role of social media in politics and society. The implications of this clash go far beyond these two individuals. It's a confrontation that underscores the tension between the power of technology and the authority of governments. A friction that's been steadily escalating in the digital age. On one side, we have tech billionaires like Elon Musk, wielding immense influence through their platforms and innovations. Their ability to shape conversations, sway public opinion, and even impact economies is undeniable. Musk's proposed buyout of Twitter, for instance, is not just a business transaction, it's a move that could potentially redefine the platform's rules, its approach to free speech, and its role in global communication. On the other side, we have governments and leaders like Jair Bolsonaro, who are grappling with the challenge of regulating these digital territories. The task is monumental, ensuring that social media platforms are not misused for spreading misinformation, inciting violence, or stifling dissent, while also upholding the principles of free speech and open dialogue. The clash between Musk and Bolsonaro brings these issues into sharp focus. If a tech billionaire can buy a social media platform and set his own rules, where does that leave governments and their regulatory powers? If a government can threaten to regulate social media in response to a conflict with a tech mogul, where does that leave the users and their rights to free speech? These questions are not easy to answer, but they are crucial to understanding the evolving dynamics of power in our digitized world. They remind us that the stakes in this clash are not just about one man's attempt to buy a platform, or another man's attempt to regulate it. They are about the future of social media, its role in our societies, and the balance of power between technology and governance. As we watch this clash unfold, we are reminded of the immense power and influence that social media holds in our society. This clash between a tech billionaire and a government is a stark reminder of the power dynamics at play in our society. As we've seen throughout the course of this video, the recent events in Brazil involving Elon Musk and President Jair Bolsonaro have highlighted some critical aspects of our modern world. The rise of social media and its growing influence on global politics, the power of tech billionaires like Musk, and the challenges posed by leaders such as Bolsonaro, all intertwine in this complex narrative. The crux of this clash is a pointed reminder of the significant role social media platforms play in our society, and how they can become battlegrounds for power and control. The push and pull between those who create and control these platforms and those who seek to regulate them is an ongoing struggle. Elon Musk, a tech billionaire with a knack for making headlines, has shown us the weight of influence that comes with the territory. His proposed buyout of Twitter was met with mixed reactions, but it undeniably underscored the sway that individuals like him hold in the tech world and beyond. On the other side of this coin, we have Jair Bolsonaro, the Brazilian president, who has faced criticism for his alleged attempts to silence critics on social media. His response to Musk's proposed buyout highlighted the tension between those in power and the platforms that have a global reach. This clash is far from over. The ongoing nature of this dynamic indicates that we will continue to see these power struggles play out on the world stage. As we look to the future, it's clear that the role of social media in our society will remain a hot topic. The need for thoughtful regulation and control in this digital age is more pressing than ever. Balancing freedom of speech with the prevention of misinformation and violence is a delicate act, one that requires insight, foresight, and above all, a commitment to the principles of democracy. As we continue to navigate the digital age, clashes like these serve as stark reminders of the power dynamics at play and the need for thoughtful regulation and control.